thought some of you might find this interesting due to what's going on in the UK at the minute with queuing for petrol and diesel running out. This is where I get my diesel from. So it's a local garage. They've got lorries here. Get a key and an account for it so I can come whenever I want and fill my van up. Not got a queue at petrol stations. It's only open sort of office hours when the garage is open, and also it's tricky at the end of the day when all the lorries are back to get on here. But yeah, perks of living in a small village. I don't have to queue up with everyone else when people are going mad for fuel. What's up guys, happy Sunday. Thanks for tuning in to my latest video, The Life of a Jobbing Plumber. You might or you might not have noticed that I've had a little bit of a break, mainly down to me losing everything on my mobile phone, which is where I keep all my stuff for my YouTube channel. But hopefully I'm going to be back now to uploading regularly. If you didn't see yesterday, I uploaded the copper factory tour video. That seems to have gone down quite well, so if you've not seen that, check that out. And yeah, hopefully back to business as usual. If you saw the intro, obviously I'm all right for fuel because I get it from my local garage basically, but you can't use it unless you've got an account. So I'm good, but I imagine a lot of you are struggling to get fuel. Maybe you're not going to be able to work or get to work because of this madness that's going on. The press reporting a lack of fuel when there isn't one, and people just panic buying, not thinking about guys like me and you that actually need fuel to work. So thoughts with you guys. I hope you get yourself sorted and you can actually get to work this week. So just a few things to update you on because I've been away for a while. Next week I'm working tomorrow, Monday, but I'm off Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at Installer Show. So if you're coming down, it'd be great to see you there. Good to say hello. Tuesday I'll just be walking around, having a look at the show, and I'll be hanging around the Velocity Pro Gear stand because they'll be showing my kit bags there. On the Wednesday, I'll be at the Lawton Tube stand announcing the winner of the Win Your Weight in Copper giveaway. If you've not entered that yet, you've still got time to enter. And then on the Thursday I'm going to be talking to students. We're going to be doing like a Q&A in the student hall. So if you're a student, you're going down and you've got a question for me, then we'll be doing that. I will have a prize to give away on the Lawton stand. I'm going to make a board up with some clips on and give people the chance to bend some copper pipe and put it into the clips by eye. The closest one to getting it right will win one of my kit bags and some other prizes as well. So make sure you come down to that stand to see me. One other thing to mention, if you've not seen it yet, I've started doing a podcast with Alex from Unilight called the Trade Legends Podcast. Last week we did Nick Bundy, the YouTube electrician, and David from Nipex Tools. It was quite a funny episode for me to record. Hopefully quite an entertaining one. So if you've not seen it, the link to that is in the description. But it'd be great if you could support that channel. Give the channel a follow. Watch the podcast. We've got some good guests lined up during Installer Show. So if you don't already subscribe to him, Mark from MJ Tiff, his YouTube channel, go and check it out. Subscribe to him. But he's going to be on the podcast, so I'll be talking to him. I think Andy Cam's going to be on, some other people, but I've been in talks with Charlie from Pimlico Plumbers. He's agreed to come on, so that should be an interesting one. And also Matt Allwright from Rogue Traders. If you don't remember, I met him once when I got him to chase me down the street. He's agreed to come on, so I think that'll be really interesting talking about the Rogue Traders and stuff like that. So yeah, if you could support the podcast channel, that'd be great. The link to that is in the description of this video. And yeah, I hope you enjoy this week's video, and hopefully that's me back for good. Right, so my job today, I'm in a studio. It's like a, I don't know, arts and crafts studio for the customer's wife. And he wants a radiator here, so a vertical designer radiator. I've got a drill through the wall. You see how thick that is? And then we've got another wall there. So it's quite a long distance through. I've got some long drill bits. I've got to try and work out exactly where, because he wants me to bring my radiator sort of 100mm off the edge there. So I've got to work out roughly where that hole's going to be. He has actually drawn me a diagram. I'll see if I can find it. Now, I'm not going to be able to talk on the rest of this job because there's a decorator in the room I need to drill through, and he's a miserable bastard. So I won't be able to talk while I'm doing it, but I will. I'll film it. Yeah, definitely. Good girl. Good girl.
I've just finished one.
Scared of drill bits, aren't you?
In this series, I'll explore what happened in hopes and fears of years and see how the very latest dramatic developments are repeating periods and
high of 31 degrees from Global's newsroom.
Right, so that's the radiator that's going. Obviously, that's the hole that I've drilled. That's the only one I've done. So now I'm gonna hang this on the wall to pipe through there, and then once I've done that one, I'll do the other side, which will be exactly off the rad. Because I didn't know, obviously the pipe centers, but once that's on, we use that hole, and I can work out that one. That's the rad then. So we've got 2, 3, 4 fixing points. They're the brackets, so they're going to be stuck on the wall. And we've got a little bit of movement left to right. So you're thinking I'm going to say I've got a magic tip on how to hang these rads. I've not. All I'm going to do is measure the height of it and the distance between these two, get them on the wall, and then measure the distance between the top ones and the bottom ones, get them on the wall. So making it as easy for myself as possible using a laser level, and that's the pole. Every time I show this, people ask me the code. So that pole code is an LT30 and my level is an LAX50G. I like Stabila stuff, but you can get any laser level you want. Just make sure it's green, because you can see green a lot better than you can see red. So yeah, that's my first bracket. I've used the white cap on the top screw. Pointless, because you can see the, if you can see the bracket, you'll see the metal of the bracket, but I do like to use MBR rads. And then I've got the bolt you get with the radiator bracket, because it's, well, it's not very heavy. I mean, it flops around in the bloody breeze, it's so thin, but I'll use the proper gear. So I'm just going to use one, and then that'll go in there. So now I know my measurement between this one and the next one. I've got my level line, so I'll put that one on next, and then I'll measure from the top down to the bottom one using the same laser level. And yeah, that's basically how I do it, and then we'll hang it. So that's the radiator on the wall. Looks quite nice actually. So that valve is lined up with that hole. I'm going to put the other valve in the other side now, mark the hole and drill through, and then get the 2 coppers going through the wall to then connect onto the existing system on the other side. That's my pilot hole through, which wasn't easy because my drill is underneath there. Obviously it's dropped, so now I'm holding it, but that was level. So we're going to look on the other side now. Hopefully. Slightly low. Just wanted it to be a little bit higher like that. That's what that decorator's done. Oh my god. He's a miserable bastard, but he's also not a very good decorator. That's awful. That's my overflow pipe I left in as a sleeve. Told him he could make good around it. So that's my sleeve that I've got in the wall. The decorators filled for me. So that pipe there has got to connect onto this one, tee up into this TRV. Now, I drained the system, there was water in this pipe. There's not any water in this pipe now because I've had to leave it long enough for it to drain completely because I wanted to put press fittings on. Now this is my Cone X press T, and when you put that on there, it's very close to the wall, and also with a street elbow into that T, it's too far forward, so it's just too big to get in there. And the other reason is I couldn't get my press tool, let's move this out of the way, close enough to the wall to press it. The fitting would have had to been, the O-ring would have had to been out here. Even with the angle jaw adapter, I could not get onto that as close to the wall as I wanted to because it was hitting the skirting board, so I can't get this on without hitting the skirting board. So then I thought, because I really wanted to press this because there was water in the pipe, I'll use an M profile tee because an M profile tee is a slightly smaller than the B press because we've got this extra bit of copper on the B press. But even with that on, it gets me slightly closer to the wall, but that's even worse for getting the press tool in. There's about 5mm between the wall and that. And I've tried that with the REMS, standard jaw, M profile. I've not got an angle jaw for M profile, but then I've also tried with my old Rothenberger M profile, and I can't even get that close enough to the wall. So in this instance, we can't press. We're going to have to use good old-fashioned. We're going to have to use good old-fashioned end feed. Look at the lovely size of that tiny little T. So that'll go on there, and then I've got plenty of room to get my elbow in there, come across and elbow through. So we soldered it, that's it in. There was no room to get a cowl on the one going through the wall. It was too close to the skirting board, but that's it. This one's going to be a bastard. Didn't want the pipe sort of flapping in the wind, so cut it back to take the T. It's so close to the wall, and my pipe slice was hitting the skirting board, so I've not had to do this for ages, but cut the pipe with a hacksaw. Just got to clean that up now so I can solder it. This job's just turning into a bit of a shit one. Well, I've managed to clean it pretty close to the wall. Just use that. Now I've got to solder it. Right, so cleaned up the old piece there. That's all in now. That just needs soldering, but you guys don't want to watch me struggle to solder this without burning the wall, do you? Oh, go on then. Right. Right, there we go. Managed to do that without burning the wall, luckily. Just coming into the room, this is the radiator I'm piping up, if you remember. I am such a dickhead. So that's the one for that one. The one for that one. I didn't push a long enough piece of pipe through the wall. You can see it there? That's soldered on the other side. I didn't push a long enough piece of pipe through the wall. So I've got to do it again. What a knob. So I've just had to sweat that elbow off. Well, cut it first so I can get it out and sweat it off. This is the piece of pipe that came out. Look how long that is. You would think that would be enough to go through the wall, but I forgot just how deep these walls are. I mean, that's probably 550, 600 mil worth of copper. What a ball ache. Right, that's better. I can get onto that bit. Right, that's that done. Now we're going to fill up. We're done. Didn't mention that it's Bank Holiday Monday. It's about, what time is it? 6:10. Don't know why I do it to myself. Two things you should know by now. I love Harry Potter and my YouTube channel is sponsored by Tradify. So I've got the book covering the names and addresses, but basically when you open the app, you get a list of your jobs for the day. So list form where you've got to be in the addresses. But what I like is you also get this map. So you can see these things are pinging up here. If I zoom in on the map, it's pinging up my current location, but also these triangles and the job numbers are where I've got to be for my jobs. And then each of those, they're in order on here of times, so my first job to my last job. But also as I look on the map, I can see where I've got to drive. So now I've not got to go too far. All these jobs are local. And if I click on the little job number there, it will open up into the job. And from there, I can do, you know, contact the customer and say I'm running late, or send an invoice, or send a quote, or do anything that you can do with Tradify, all by clicking on the triangle, which I think is pretty cool. If you want to try it, you can have a 14-day free trial. I'll put the link to this Tradify app in the description to the video. But you can also, if you like it, after your 14-day trial, get 50% off for 3 months if you use the code B Plumber. Now, this app probably does loads more than what I use it for. So when you sign up, or even when you're doing your 14-day free trial, message Tradify. They'll get one of their experts, like their gurus, to ring you up. You can do a video call or a phone call, and they'll run through everything on the app with you. And you can learn exactly how to use everything to its full potential, like link it up to your accounts program, whatever you want to do. So yeah, check it out. I use it. And yeah, I won't be able to make these videos without their sponsorship. So thanks, Tradify. One of the best moments of my last week or so was, my new service bag with Velocity arrived. So basically what happens is the lorry arrives, we take them off the lorry. Most of them will go into the unit, but anything that's been pre-ordered we'll put out. And then the pre-printed labels will be stuck onto the boxes. So anyone who ordered one, it'll be posted out sort of next day. But yeah, it was a really proud moment standing back and just seeing how many. I think there was 380 here that had been pre-ordered. These are all being delivered to people. So if you ordered one, thank you. I can't say thank you enough to everyone, and I hope you like the bag. If you're going to install a show next week, I'll see you there. Bit of big boy plumbing today. I'm working with Glenn from Heat Spec. So just to explain what the job is, what the problem is.
Right, so we've got a triple boost set. This for a hotel. They've been struggling with these working, not very reliable. That one's completely cream cracking now. So we're going to take this whole lot out. We've got a new skid going in. But we're going to drain the feed in, but we haven't got a valve here, so we're going to get that cut in straight away. So we've got a bit of control forward maintenance. Then we're going to basically reconfigure this for the new skid, which is outside.
So it comes with its own power unit.
Yeah, it's its own control panel, so you can choose what pump. It's normally on duty assist, but this is completely knackered. People have been bugging around in here and all sorts.
That's my meal prep. That's my omelette pizza. Do you want another bit? Yeah. So basically, water comes in. There's no ISO valve like Glenn just said, so you've got to cut one in. Water comes in, goes through the pumps, and then rockets out to feed the hotel. Look at these size of these flexes. That's anti-vibration. Obviously, because when these pumps are going, there's going to be a bit of vibration, so they stop that. So that's the job today. So I've got the water off now. This is the new one. Nice bit of kit. Glenn's gone to fetch some bits because that's the flexi, 52 mil. I mean, have you got any fittings on your van that will fit that? Probably not. So that's the old one out. We did have a little bit of water coming out there, probably a couple of buckets full, but there's a drain there. We just let it run to the drain. So yeah, that's that out onto the deck. That was proper heavy, so we took that off that, and that was full. So the scrap man's just been called to come and collect this, and then Glenn has gone to fetch the fittings we need. He wants a street M&F for that, I think, the ISO valve for that, and the press gun.
Our expectation at the time was to get 2 doses of normal and be fully vaccinated. So I just wondered, will he be able to receive the second dose then, or will he be kind of under the 12?
But they're at much lower risk of having a severe consequence. The number we're now seeing of people who've been double jabbed and died is very, very low. It's an unmissable problem from another puncture.
The voice of the UK. This is BBC Radio 5 Live.
BBC News at 10.
That all the way in?
Yeah, let me just make that look right. Right there.
Done. Sling off. Water in the back
Yeah.
on.
Water back on. Beautiful. So this morning when we started the job, this is where I come up. It's got these 2 massive tanks. Both been chlorinated recently, but they feed that pump set. So we've got 2 gate valves, one there, that now I've got that lever valve on downstairs, I can turn these back on. Big bastards. It's good noise to get. There we go, there's one. And then this one. Now to put my feet. They're flexing. So what's the bottom one? 50?
2.5, 67.
And then the top one we've got a press fitting for. The bottom one we couldn't get a press fitting for, so we've got to solder it. Go on then, mate.
There we go.
How long would this take you with a blue bottle?
Okay.
The laser level to line it up, so we're on the centre of that, and then that's the centre of our isolation valve there. Right, got the parts lined up, laser level. He wants to put Loctite on.
Loctite on it, yeah.
Why?
Because PTFE won't do that.
I don't like that stuff either.
Pitch stuff.
Loctite.
String.
The string, I hate it.
80. Right.
Even on a 15mm radiator valve, it'll leak when I use that stuff.
We're really
Lovely.
Right, who's doing the honours? Stand back. Put your wellies on.
Shower cap at the ready.
This is out the soldered joint.
They're all close as well, the outlets.
Feel it going through.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Really?
It's going to go well like this, or maybe that's so far. So good.
Alright, just going to prime them.
It's shiny. There's no rust on it.
Well, that's a 2 bar now. 2.2.
You know what to do now?
Let's just do it off one pump at the minute. One pump. So up to about 4 bar.
So this is the boost set that we've been fitting this morning. It's made by Stuart Turner. It's a 3-pump setup, and these pumps are 3-phase. So let's have a look. We've got water inlet. This morning we cut this valve in, so we've got local isolation for maintenance purposes. Water comes into the boost set, into the suction side, and then out of the pumps on the discharge, going out to the system. We've also got another valve on the outlet, again, so we can test pumps and work on them. We've got an expansion vessel, which is kind of a crucial part. This is charged at 3.3 bar. We've got service valve and drain as well, so we can maintain that and pump it up annually. We've got a mechanical pressure gauge here, which you can see is just over 4 bar. And we've got a digital display as well. This is where we can set everything up, and this is set for 4 bar. As the pressure decreases on the system, the pumps kick in, and this works on duty and assist. So this one's currently set for duty, number 2's come on now, and that will bring that pressure back up to 4.5 bar. If this can't cope, then another one will kick in. Once this duty motor is finished on this current top up, which it's about to do now, it will stop. Then the system inside will tell another motor to be the duty. So it could be 1 or it could be 3. And it will keep on rotating these so one doesn't get most wear and tear out of it. It's shared equally between the 3. This at the hotel, once we've got loads of showers going on, lots of hot water usage, then all 3 may come on to keep up with the demand. But whilst I've been here testing this morning, we've not really gone over 1 pump. So it's coping really, really well. So for the moment, that's it. This is done. It's all been tested. We've got great pressure in the bathrooms around the hotel. Toilets are all great. All we've got to do now is a little bit lagging on here, and then we're done. I'll put a clip on that to support, because these flexes will move. The flexes are intentional, is to take any vibration noises out of the system. Bit of a convoluted plant room, this one, in general. We've not done any work here, but we plan to in the future. There's a few kind of anomalies going on with it which we're not happy with. We've got spiral flue, we've got a fan flue water heater here going onto a dilution fan system, so that shouldn't be there. This is not great with some of the pipework configuration. The expansion vessels are all deflated. We've got ton dishes which aren't connected to an outlet. It's all a bit crazy. Oh, the other good one as well, fan dilution systems have to run all the time for the appliances to run. This one here has had its interlock took off, so if you turn the fan dilution fan off, these will still continue to fire, which is not right. So that needs some attention. Going over to the heating, we've got 3 old Regency slimline boilers. These are still in use, but there's a future expansion on the system to remove these and go condensing. That is probably older than me, and again not used, as you can tell. Here we've got some heating pumps. One of these has failed. These are now obsolete, so we need to get that swapped. Got a pressurization unit here. We haven't really done any work on that yet, so I've not tested that. Expansion vessel for heating is good, and the control panel, got various issues with this. The control isn't working at all. Again, I've not really delved into that. We've just been here for that today, so that's working good. Very happy with that, and that's about it. One thing we've noticed here is the water quality, and there might be an issue. You can see on this isolation valve here, we've got pitting all around the valve body here. And then we've also noticed it on the body of the heat exchanger of the water heater as well. So we're a bit worried about that. They've had quite a few issues with various things here. I don't think that's ever been serviced. You can see we've already got signs of a little bit of leaking here. Got drain points without caps. But one of the first things that I noticed when we walked into this plant room was this one. That's not good. That had a bad day, that thing. Yeah, we're quite concerned with the gas. None of it's been clipped, and we've got corrosion signs here. That gas vent not clipped. What I was saying about the interlocks, that's the old solenoid which would have been on the pilot assembly. They'd killed the pilots of the water heater, and that's just been cut out. So all these things we need to take up with this customer. Interesting configuration on the drain on that. Again, no cap ends, just a lever valve, speeds it. And I'm a bit concerned about that. You can see the furring around on the drain point on that charger. It doesn't look very good. So we've got a few things to look at in this place.